Alright, so we're starting off with some stroking. This is to allow his arm, to get used to the sensation of my hands, and then it's also for me to feel his tissue and feel for any abnormalities. And it's also going to promote some relaxation in the arm, which is what we want. Through this, I'm never going to have more than one arm or hand off of his arm. So my patient has a left bicep muscle spasm. So the first technique that I'm going to use is the picking up method. So this is going to help with muscle mobility in his bicep, because with the pain spasm cycle, he's going to have restricted motion in the area, which is going to decrease blood flow and then increase waste buildup, which is what's causing him pain. So by promoting muscle mobility, we are going to get an increase of blood flow to the biceps and a decrease of waste products, which will hopefully alleviate the pain that he's feeling and facilitate with joint and limb motion. The other technique that's going to help with his muscle spasm is ringing. So it's going to do the same thing. It's facilitating limb and joint movement, and I am helping with muscle mobility. So again, this is going to decrease his pain by increasing blood flow, decreasing waste buildup, and helping with decreased limb restricted movement. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some effleurage to get rid of the waste that I just got with the kneading techniques. So I'm going to move it to the closest lymph shed in his shoulder at 7 inches per second, making sure that I pause at the lymph shed for proper drainage, and then keeping, again, one hand on his arm at all times. So this is just getting rid of all that waste built up that we released. How are you feeling?
Good.
All right, and then we're going to end up with stroking again. So for the pre-assessment, I did passive range of motion, and for the post-assessment, I'm going to end with passive range of motion and pain. So on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say your pain is?
3.
Okay. And now I'm going to do passive range of motion at the elbow, just to see if we have any increased mobility in his bicep. Okay, good. And the next thing that we're going to do is a bicep stretch, so go ahead and stand up for me. With your left arm, you're going to place the palm right here, and then you're going to turn your trunk facing forward until you feel a nice stretch. Good. You feel a stretch?
Yep.
So we're going to do this 3 times for 30 seconds, and this will help again. So it's going to stretch his bicep, which will promote increased length and help him decrease that spasticity, the muscle spasm that he's feeling. All right.